Hello, and welcome to the introduction video for GroundHog, the application that limits your child's internet time. My name is James Alexander. I'm the founder of Mediavention and the creator of the GroundHog, and it was all done here at my place. This is the laboratory where the GroundHog got created. So why don't we just go inside and take a look, and we'll teach you about GroundHog.
Well, inside, that's much better. It was cold out there. Anyways, in this video I want to cover off the introduction to the application, basic operation, that's stuff that you'll do every day, and the piece that nobody likes is the configuration of the application. So let's pull Gary out of his hole here. Here he comes. Alright, this is the interface that you'll be using on a daily basis. It's got a little message box that tells you what's going on, way to select some time, user accounts, a very simple interface. So in this part, what I want to cover off is the basic operation. So what happens when a child's account is selected, how they start internet access, how they disconnect from the internet, and what happens during that whole disconnection. So either they disconnect manually or they disconnect when time is up. So let's get over and take a look at the my computer here, my screen. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to use a parent account to give your child some time. So in this case, you use the time selector, select 60 minutes here, and this, notice I've still got the parent account selected. I have to enter in the parent password and then hit the allow button. What this will do is start up internet access for the child for the given amount of time, so you can use this on the weekends, for example. Now if you decided to disconnect that computer session for any time, that would be him turned off and disallowed for access from the internet. Now, if the child wants to just go in and use the child's account, they would select their account, enter in their password, and it doesn't matter how much time you select in that time box. The child's account is strictly controlled by how much time that you had given them in the beginning of the day and how much time they have used. So in this case, here we have the child running along looking at their YouTube video, and then all of a sudden Gary will time out, and bang, just like that, blank out the screen. Now, anywhere where you touch on the screen, you can't access any of the features that are going on and behind, and the internet is disconnected. So that's how you use the computer on a daily basis. Now I want to get into the configuration section. This is where we set up Gary to do all those nifty things that we just saw in the first section. So we're going to set the parent password. We're going to look at the main configuration window. We're going to set our license. We're going to create and delete child. And we're also going to look at the log file, which tells us what's happening on the computer. Here's what happens when you finish installing Gary. He pops up the display and forces you to go straight into configuration section. The first piece, the most critical piece here, is setting that parent password. That parent password is your key into the system, and it's that key that keeps the kids out of the computer. Also, I want to show you down here at the bottom, I've got a little wizard that just steps you through all the configurations and gives you a little bit of information about what they are. Time zone. Time zone is very important because Gary needs that information to know when 12 o'clock occurs, because Gary actually goes out to the internet and reads the time off of atomic clocks off the internet, and all he needs to know is what time zone you are in, so I can set the 12 o'clock crossover. License ID here, I'm going to just set the license ID of Gary. Gary, when you first install it and you haven't set this license, he runs on a 30-day timeout. After that, he won't work anymore. And with that license key in there, then you run forever. So scoot down here through the wizard here a bit, and what I'm going to talk about here is these two blind settings. The blinds is that gray piece that you see coming up on the back of the computer after the kid's time has timed out. And these control when they come up. You can set these settings so they come up or they don't come up. So let's go down to the next piece, kid setup. The system sometimes comes with a couple of things set up. You can just hit this button and that'll delete them. Hit the add button, now you can add children. Put in their name, some sort of identifier for each child. You put in their password here. It's something that you can see as well, and the amount of time that that particular child gets. Once you've hit the add button, you'll just see them, they pop down up there on the list. At any point in time, you can go back, click the edit button, you can go in and modify the password, say they want to change their password, or you want to change the amount of time that the child gets. Very simple to do. Make those quick changes and you're ready to go. Again, through the wizard here, I just got a brief description of what each of those buttons do. And the final piece here is the log file. This will actually tell you what happened when on Gary's controlled application. Hit the apply button and all those changes are entered into Gary, and you're done, and that's it. There's one more aspect of configuration that I want to touch upon, and that's re-entering the configuration screen after you've done your initial setup. To do that, click on the configuration button, and when you do that, you'll be asked for your password, and this is your parent password. And this is why I said it was critical at the beginning, because you can't get back to the configuration screen until you've entered your parent password. Once you're into the configuration screen again, you can go in and edit any of the configurations that you set before. In this case, let's say we change the child's time, and that's about it. That's all I want to really touch upon with you in introducing GroundHog. There's a couple more things I just want to say. Thank you, of course, for putting up with me. And two websites, mediavention.com, this is where you can download GroundHog from, and the groundhogsite.info, that's our blog site where you can collect up all sorts of information about helping managing your child's internet use. Thank you very much.